All right, Allen Hilliard here again with the defensive coordinator this year now, Carl Wilking, a former defensive coordinator. It's been a few years since then, but last time you had a state title under your belt there. Kind of how is it different now than about 10, 15 years ago?
Well, Alan, nothing's changed. I mean, you got to get the kids believing in the system, number one, and just giving effort and getting out there and doing their responsibilities well. And, kids today and back then, like I said, nothing has changed on them. And you just got to coach their technique up to get the most out of them.
Okay. And then obviously, since back in those days, you were here last year as an assistant, but last time you defensive coordinator won a state title, you were down at the bottom field you were down at the other field down there back in those days in the old locker room. And a lot has progressed here at Waynesville with the field and adding on the nice weight room and locker room facility now. Kind of how does that help with training, especially in weather like this?
Well, that's the thing. We were lucky that we were able to spend about 2 to 3 years up here when it first opened. And it's a great facility. It's a great place for, the kids to train, dress, to do all the extra work they need. But you can't take away from back in the slaughter field and back in the day, that old mill building of all the sweat and the hard work that went through the days, of going through training down there. It just has a special place of, between our kids that have been past players and my own son, of the memories that took place in that room and all the work that transpired to get us going to prepare to play games, throughout the years.
Yeah, there's been, several generations down at that field, and then, I think at the end, before you moved on to the administration side of things, you moved your way up here for a few years to this facility. But, how does it feel now that you are, you're not the younger coach in the bunch there. You're kind of the one that's leading. I mean, you got, Sheen Butler-Lawson, former player in there that, trying to help mold, and some other players, another former graduate in there also.
Well, the truth, Alan, it makes you feel young. Makes you feel young again. Just being back. I mean, when you've grown up, playing, being a player, coming back as a young coach, which some of our young coaches have, and being able to be in the system and being back into a place that and the kids, everything around it. I mean, it's just a great feeling. It gives me energy, too, to show them, to mentor how it is to coach our young kids, whether it be on the field, in a classroom, a team meeting, and just to see how much it's grown, that these guys come back and tell you, hey, Coach, I remember when we were together, or seeing you coach, and it's just a great opportunity to help mold them into better coaches and good young people.
All right, Coach, good luck this season. We'll talk to you a little bit later on.
Thanks, Alan.